Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of the Friend in My Head podcast. I am Jia, and I'm so excited.
Oh. Excuse me. Can a bitch introduce herself?
I'm still excited from last week, man.
Oh, Hattie, I'm sorry. Let me know when I can come in.
I mean, you can go. You got it.
I'm Andrea, you guys. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming back. Some of you guys, I see you are gluttons for punishment, so welcome back. Thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. We have gotten so much amazing feedback from you all. Like our Instagram, you guys have been blowing us up in the messages. You guys have been hitting us up individually. You guys have been rating the podcast, which we absolutely appreciate. So thank you. Thank you for putting up with our fuck shit so early on.
Listen, I gotta tell you though, I'm a little disappointed.
Why?
I didn't see not one zaddy or zuncle. Do we call them zunkles?
Zunkles.
I didn't see not one zaddy or zuncle dip off in my DM. What happened? Did you get one?
Listen, you know I don't, because I ain't got no pictures up, girl. So what the fuck they giving me
that's
about?
Right.
I don't ever show shit about my face
got
now.
Old mute face ass bitch over here.
Listen, you know my shit is staying on blank until I get ready, baby. No, but listen, daddies, if you out there, if you listening. No, all jokes aside, though, I was about to say something fresh, but all jokes aside, we appreciate the men who have, sent messages and said that they were listening. I've had some friends who personally sent a message and just said that they love the podcast, and so this is bomb. Like, we appreciate all feedback no matter where it's coming
from. Absolutely. I love it. It's refreshing to see people being receptive to our fuck shit,
right? And then something new. Right. And then it's something new. Like, we know that you already have all your faves, but, we just ask and keep bearing with us. It's going to be bomb. I promise. So, Drea, how was your weekend?
Ooh, girl, listen. So, this has nothing to do with nothing, but, can a bitch pop her collar one time? My credit score went up today, and I'm fucking...
I'm so basically
elated.
So basically, you can co-sign on the next whip, is what you saying?
Oh, honey, if that's what's needed, I got all of the co-signs for everybody. Last month, maybe a month prior, maybe not. We would have got denied. But today, bitch, today we got all the Range Rovers, all the Maybachs.
You know what? Credit is so fucking important. And I think that's one of the things, like, I don't know what they're teaching people now, but when I was in high school 20 plus years ago, like, we didn't talk about credit. Like, we learned how to write a check. And that was pretty much the extent of finances for us. And I think that credit is something that, when you're young and, you kind of, just kind of don't care as much. Like, it's so easy to overlook credit. Ooh. But then when you get older and it's time to start buying cars, get an apartment, get a house, like, and you ain't got no credit, or you have horrible credit because you done fucked it off in your 20s, listen, It is not fun. I was working on my credit for like a while. And then I got sidetracked, like, with, a family issue. And so I just kind of, wasn't paying as much attention to it. But you have inspired a young thug to get back
on that credit train, young miss. Because I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you to be able to pop your credit collar with me one time. I'm going to tell you, I don't know why I started feeling myself so cold today. But, bitch, I am untouchable. If you can see the way that I am now sitting in my room with my fingers steeple as fuck, you will know that this I'm a whole new Andrea, y'all.
Listen, let me find out. Y'all could have. Let me find out if we put a camera in your room, you sitting in some sunglasses and a scarf with your legs crossed. You were not left off of Bad and Bougie, okay?
I'm 2 seconds away from it. You better not put a camera in, because y'all gonna be right on the fucking money. I'm feeling all of fucking the nose in the air snootiness right now, because this is a whole new life.
Right,
a whole new life of experiencing.
You know what?
You
it might be a good idea. You said what now?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, it might not be a bad idea for us to, you know, maybe hip some people to some credit stuff, like, you know, maybe another episode in the future. Because credit is super important. Yes. Like, I definitely think that would be something great to talk about, and people don't know a whole lot of. So,
and truth be told, I don't either. That would be a dope ass episode. I need that. Let's do it.
So as you say, we're going to put a pin in that one. We're going to put a pin in that one. But listen, my weekend, girl, I am, you know, you my girl, you know, we talk. I've been back on keto and everything, and just kind of living the keto life, and, you know, been working out, and I'm already down 8 pounds in a week.
Look at a bitch down 8 pounds, flexing on you hoe ass motherfucker.
So you sitting in the room with your glasses and shit on, looking real good with your upped credit score. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, wait a minute, come on. So yeah, I have been like, I'm a huge recipe follower. Like, I love, you know, finding different recipes depending on what I have a taste for. I made some keto pad thai today, and it was so delicious.
From your people, so I feel you.
Okay. All right.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Too soon.
Too soon. But yeah, that's it. And bitch, you know, I've been on them dating apps still, just trying to get slim and fine for what's mine and all that shit.
Ooh, that needs to go on a t-shirt. My word.
Trying to get slim and fine for what's mine. Girl. But these men on these dating apps, listen, sis. Okay, so, you know, we've talked about on your wonderful podcast, Life is a Trip, we talked about dating, and we talked about these dating apps and these men and everything. And so what blows my mind are all these men who will swipe right. They'll super like you. They'll do all this stuff. And then when you slide in that young message guide, like they get all quiet. Like, it's just all of a sudden like, oh, I don't have very much to say now, or, you know. And I'm just like, sir, why are you even on this dating app? Like, why are you even here? Why are you here?
You know what I think it is? I think a lot of times men want their egos fed. They want their egos stroked real quick. It's I hear a lot of this from guys that are in that have been in relationships for a long time, where I hear them say, you know, every now and I just want to see if I still got it. I gotta always use that dumb guy voice, because they say dumb shit like that. So, you know, I just want to see if I still got it. So I think a lot of times, I think it might be these guys are on these dating apps like Tinder and all that stuff to see if they can really pull. I don't think they really want anything. I don't think they really want to talk to these women, but they want to see if they can catch their eye. And here we go. Hey, what's going on? I swiped you. I swiped right. We matched. What's up?
So what's poppin', King?
Yeah. Bye. Not king. I can't do king.
Because you know that's the word. It's the word. Anytime somebody inboxes me and they say queen, I'm automatically turned off. Like, nigga, shut up.
Hey, Hotep. What's up?
But you know what? That brings me to this, like, as far as with the dating app, and I want to get your opinion, because I know you're gonna tell me the truth. Okay. So, you know, you and I talk a lot about how I am a consistency person. Like, I feel like whatever you do in the beginning, you have to do it towards the middle, and even when we're coming to an end, you got to still be consistent.
Absolutely.
Like, so on the dating app, there was this guy that I was talking to, and we were having great conversation. To the point where we ended up exchanging numbers. And I'm thinking to myself, now this is big, because you know as well as I do, I never give my number out ever.
That's like
I'm
first
very
base.
Listen, that's like sucking a titty. That's like me letting you suck the tit. And so, you know, I gave this guy my number because I was really digging him. Not even the Google Voice number. I gave him my real number. And so we were talking a little bit over text and everything, having a great conversation. And then all of a sudden he goes like MIA. Like, I was, you know, asking him questions, talking to him and everything. And, and he just kind of goes MIA. So I wait a day, wait 2 days, wait 3 days. And I sent him a text and I was like, well, did you die? Like, just like that, did you die? So maybe like a couple minutes after that, he texted me back and he was like, oh, I just got really busy with work. And, but it was not, with someone else, it was just honestly work. But how are you doing? And Drea, I was so turned off that I didn't even respond, and I haven't talked to him since. So like, I need to know not only what you think, but I also need you guys to chime in. Like, am I wrong?
I'm interested to see what everybody has to say about this, because I think my stand on the whole texting thing, because you guys didn't get a chance to talk on the phone, like, verbally. You just were doing the text, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like a lot of times, if I am texting if I'm communicating on those dating apps, in the messages and all that stuff, and it goes on for a minute, of course, because you guys are feeling each other out and you want to make sure that there's some kind of vibe going on where you want to move forward and actually converse with this person off the app. I look at that as sort of like the pregame, and I feel like once we exchange numbers, okay, now we actually want to talk, because the dating app messaging, that's the pregame, that's us feeling each other out. Once we feel each other out, however long that's going to be, I feel like once we get to the point where we say, boom, let's exchange numbers, I look at it as, okay, now we're going to actually talk and get down to the nitty gritty, whatever wasn't covered via messaging on the dating app. And from there, we can decide whether we're going to meet for coffee, whether we're going to go out, whatever the case, but we're going to actually converse. In my experience, when I've had guys messaging me and then we exchange numbers, I'm thinking, okay, like I said, like, we're about to actually start conversing, because I found you interesting enough that I'm intrigued. I want to know more. Let's hear how this voice sounds. If you got that, my testicles haven't fallen yet voice, or if you got that nice James Earl Jones. But if he starts texting me right off the rip, but there is no call to follow up, and it just stays text, I instantly lose interest, because to me it's like you playing on my phone. We exchanged numbers, because we could have kept it honestly within that messaging app, within the dating app, if we're going to continue to text. I didn't need to give you my actual telephone number for that. And
see, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say, if the guy, once he starts and stays kind of texting, I look for the guy to, number one, call me first, because I want to see if you really serious. You want this or no? You trying to go out, or are you trying to talk to me or no? Or you still fucking around on the messaging? And then if he stays in my texts, like, my responses, they become sparse to none, because at this point I'm no longer interested, because you are not interested in taking that next step and actually conversing. And I know people are going to be like, well, Andrea, how come you don't call? That ain't how it work, motherfuckers. I want him to call me. That's it.
Well, see, for me, so by my own admission, I am very paranoid, like, when it comes to people and the internet in general. And so, obviously the dating apps, in my eyes, are it's the internet, somebody that you don't know behind an app. You don't know who exactly you're talking to. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know their history. Like, you don't really know anything other than what they show in the pictures and what they choose to tell you. So my thing is I'm not a huge telephone phone person. Like I don't like to sit with a phone to my ear. I don't want to, you know, be connected to a phone, because a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm having like a conversation, I'm usually doing like a million and one things like at the time, unless the conversation is that good. And I'm just like, wait a minute, let me mute this TV real quick, or let me stay off Instagram or some shit, because this is really good. But for the most part, I'm not a big phone person. Like we said before, I only really talk for long periods of time to you. Like that's it. I don't stay on the phone with anybody for a long time. So me giving him my number, for me, said, okay, I met you on this app and I'm interested in taking it off the app. So my way of taking it off the app is to offer you my personal phone number. Now, if he were to pick up the phone and call me, and, you know, would I be offended or would I feel away? No, I wouldn't. But that was basically me showing initiative and saying, hey, you know, you scored a little bit. Like I'm interested in fucking with you heavy off this app. So here's my number. Now, my thing too, though, is even in the telephone process, the texting process, whatever you want to, you know, whatever way you want to communicate, I'm all about being consistent. And I feel that no matter how busy you get, no matter what it is that you have going on, unless it's something that is completely like, you know, maybe your mom passed away, or maybe like, you know, I feel like a text takes a second. And once you have or even a quick phone call, hey, you know, I just want to let you know I've been busy. I had some shit going on. This is why I haven't been texting or calling. My bad. Like, at least that lets me know that you care to move forward. But once you give me that one little drizzle of inconsistency, like you showed me that one time that you're not even courteous enough to let me know that you're busy and you have something going on. In my mind, I'm fast forwarding, you know, to when we're in a relationship. Like, are you going to get involved in other things and I'm your whole ass girlfriend, or I'm your wife even, and you not communicate certain things with me? I think about things like that. And for me, it's triggering and it's a red flag. And I don't know, like I've only told this situation to you and like maybe 2 other people, and 2 of you were like, I still feel like, you know, you should still try to talk to him. And the other one was like me, like, no, you know, like he got your number and he's not even handling it the right way. Like he's not. And it's a foretelling thing. Like it's telling exactly, you know, or kind of giving like a glimpse into what life with him could be like in the future. And I told you that he was like, I told you what he did for a living and everything. So in some respects, I kind of get it. Like, you know, I get that you're busy, but again, you know, with what you do, I do know that you're also connected to your phone a lot. And so to not even answer my question, but then wait until I ask you some sarcastic ass shit, like, hey nigga, did you die? Like, I literally asked him that. Did you die? And he was like, oh, no, you know, I just got real busy. Not with somebody else, though. And I mean, and I like that he specified, like, no, I didn't get another girl off the app or some shit like that. But still, no, sir. Like, you just completely fucked it up.
Gia, what if... Okay, no, don't exhale. I'm just saying, what if it's one of those situations where he might happen to be on the thought process that I have, like, oh, this motherfucker still like, I'm not taking that serious. And it's not a matter of he doesn't want to get to know you, but the fact that we're still texting, she ain't serious about really getting to know me like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, well then if that's how you feel, like if you in a situation like that, like if the person is not picking up the phone and saying, hey, now that I have Drea's number and he's not calling you, are you not gonna say, like, are you not gonna say something, or are you just gonna be instantly turned off and just be like, I'm done, you know, like, I don't want to. Okay, well, see, then you being a little shady then, sis, because why is it that you can have an instant turn off that'll make you say, nah, I'm done, because of something they didn't do, but it's not okay for because it's dealing with your turn off. Like, bitch, go away. Go all the way the fuck away.
Like, so I'm thinking you guys were texting and he just is, if it was texting like over a period of days or whatever the case is, you guys were just texting. It was casual texting, random ass conversation. Y'all wasn't talking about nothing deep via text. So it was regular general ass conversation, right?
Right. Okay,
so this was regular general conversation. I got fucking shit to do. What the fuck? Like, that's not at the top of my mind. Like, you're an awesome individual and I'm enjoying getting to know you thus far, but you're not on the totem pole of priorities, because this doesn't even feel like it's progressing, or like, I'm saying this wrong. It doesn't feel like there's anything that's urgent. Like there's no urgency within our conversation that we need to even meet or have a conversation via phone, because hey, we're still texting. So
but what would stop, I get that you would be turned off. Like, you're saying, okay, listen, if you can't pick up the phone, like if you start or if you continue texting me, like even after I give you the number, and you say, hey, I'm turned off, this is not a good thing. What if it's not necessarily a turn off for him? What if he just didn't initiate shit? So see, that
but
to
that
me
conversation
is another
been had. Like you just said, if I would have said that, then he would have responded with, well, this is the way I fucking get down. I text all day long because I'm stupid, because I'm a Tinder guy, because that's what I do. I just want to waste time. I just want to see if I still got it.
I definitely think that in situations like this, communication is a deal. Like, you have to, absolutely. I guess, let people know, like, what it is that you prefer. He didn't say either way. Like, he didn't say one way or the other whether he preferred phone calls or whether he preferred text. Like, he didn't say anything.
And that's why I was still on his side, because you guys never had that conversation enough. You guys never had that conversation for you to completely turn your back and cut him off. So there's a whole bunch of miscommunication going on here, missed signals. Like, it's just you guys aren't meeting at a specific point that you need to be at, because he doesn't know where you stand with that and you don't know where he stands with that. So now it just looks like he's not interested, which he very well may be, and you're feeling some kind of way because, or he may be feeling some kind of way because you're not reaching out to him, or you're not calling, or whatever the fuck, who knows. But the fact remains that both of you have not discussed where you guys stand on how to communicate past the dating app.
All right. Well, I think the stubbornness in me won't allow me to reach out at this point, because it's been at this point, it's been a fucking about a month or so. It's been about a month.
It ain't been no goddamn month. Don't you add no days like that on that.
I'm about to look him up. I'm about to look it up right now, because it has been a month. And let me see. So the last one, it's been almost a month, because the last communication was on November the 7th. So it's been almost a month. And so at this point, I don't feel like I've just moved on anyway. I mean, he was a nice guy, but at the same time, I don't know. I just,
could it be that maybe he felt that you lost interest?
I mean, he could always open up that phone and say, hey, how are you? Like, he could see, and he might get a response, and he might not.
But he didn't get a response to the last question he asked.
He definitely did not get a response to the last question that he asked, because at that point, I was paying it forward. I was paying it back. Like, nigga, you literally ignored me for like a whole week. I asked you something, and you did not respond to that. So I basically gave him a dose of his own fucking medicine. Like, nigga, so you not responding? So now you gonna wait on a response. Oops, I don't want to do it.
Oh, see? Ah, come on now.
Moving right along. But I'm super big. Like I just, I think, that the communication thing too has a lot to do just with my upbringing and stuff. Like I think that when you are either raised in a family where communication is really big, and so it's like, it's one of those things where it's natural for you to go out and maybe have friends or have relationships where you want to be open and you want to talk about shit. But then, on the flip side, if you were raised amongst a family where communication wasn't as open, it's either going to make one of two things happen. You're either going to be a person who's not very open, like as far as communication and stuff is concerned, or you're going to be a person who's like, listen, this is what I want. This is not what I had growing up. And so that's me. Like I'm huge on communication. Like I just want to talk. Like I really just want to talk. I don't care if we talking via text. I will oblige you and I will talk to you on the phone. But just don't let the conversation drop like to the point where I'm kind of feeling like now, like, are you interested? Are you really that busy? I don't think anybody is that busy. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't think anybody is that busy to where they, even if it's like a pre-made text, nigga, open your goddamn notes app and put a pre-made text in that bitch, copy and paste, hit send, boom. You solved a whole shit ton of fucking problems. Like you've solved it all. So I don't know.
So
maybe
let me make this request. So the next person that you start a conversation with and you guys are, going hard in the messaging and you starting to feel a little something for them, what I would like for you to do is to bring this up. I want you to let him know, hey, I am really big on talking via messaging, and we'll tell him your process. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When I give you my telephone number, that's fucking big to me. But I'm not necessarily a big phone call girl, so in the beginning I will still be texting you, but I'm letting you know that I am interested. I don't see there's anything wrong with that.
That's not a bad idea, auntie.
Bitch. And then that way, at least he's aware, like, okay, I can work with that. Right. But if he decides to fall off after that, still, fuck him. Like, there's no, he don't have a fan in me. I'm cool on all that. Right. But at least he's aware, and you guys can kind of go at each other's pace. He's aware, you're aware.
Look at you being the nice solution. Being the nice while I'm the spice, bitch.
Shit.
But listen, that's not a bad idea, so I'll definitely thank you, young Drea the God. I will keep that in mind moving forward, bitch. I got it.
And when you do it, I would like to know how it goes, please. Let me know. If you ain't gonna let the audience know, let me know.
Listen, I got you.
So listen, I was going through the interwebs and I came across Kendu. What's Mary J. Kendu
Isaacs.
Boom. So this guy, is he still getting spousal support? Like, how did that whole thing work out?
Oh my God. Child, listen, I don't keep up a whole lot with, like, the details of celebrity shit. Like, I do remember, the reports of him and Mary, like, getting ready to battle it out because she obviously makes more money and he was wanting to continue living like the same, I guess, kind of lifestyle that he was afforded, being married to Mary J. the Blige. I don't know. I think,
well, it's not even deep. We don't even need to go into details because I don't know the details either. But I think he kind of made me think about this whole thing because I saw Tyrese's ex asking for spousal support to live her fucking best life. Kudos, bitch. You deserve. Because, baby, if I was a judge and I read that, I said, you know what? That right there, this lady has charisma.
Right.
You deserve.
She said, I want spousal support. I need all the money that I can get because living life is a job. I was like, girl, listen.
You win.
Resumes are finna be updated. You hear me? Niggas finna update the fuck out of their damn resume with that shit. What have you been doing? Like, there's a gap right here. Bitch, I've been living. I've been living life
2012 to 2018.
But didn't Toni Braxton, like, I think on Red Table Talk, I think she talked about something similar, like with her husband, because, you know, she's now with Birdman, and I don't get that shit at all, but whatever, girl, get your love where you can get it. But even with her baby daddy and nigga from Mint Condition, like, I think she said something about having to pay him, and I'm just like,
yes,
girl.
And that's that whole thing. It's like I went down the spousal support rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Let's say you are married to hip hop Asian.
You know what, bitch? Okay, listen, bitch. Listen. You already got me with the pad tie today, okay? God
you caught that. You caught that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's say Chad Boswick.
Chadwick.
What's his last name?
Chadwick. Dickwick. Chad Dick.
Dickwick.
Chad Dick.
So inappropriate. So let's say you're married to Chad and Chadwick, and he, you know, was like, I'm gonna be I want to rap, babe, you know, I'm gonna pursue this rapping thing.
Wait a minute, but is he still an actor though?
No, this is just.
Oh, so he degular Chad Dick.
He's regular.
So so let me just make sure that I understand so I can answer when you finish. So just to be clear, I'm married to fine ass Chadwick Boseman, but he's not Black Panther Chadwick. I work at Zaxby's on the weekends when they got extra hours, Chadwick. That's what you finna put on me, nigga? So he extra regular.
Yes.
Okay.
Zaxby's.
I just needed the differentiation, sis.
So he has big dreams. Clearly, he did enough to land you. Y'all been together for, you know,
it's that dick.
3 years.
Did you see his print? It's his print.
Always
girl,
big.
Listen,
always.
Every time that print shows up in my general eye vicinity, bitch, let me say, I start to salivate, okay? Anytime that man posts a picture on Instagram, you can guarantee I'm in the comments saying something lewd and just ready. Mm-hmm. The only time I did not was when Stan, the Marvel dude, died, and he did like a little dedication. I said, listen, it's not appropriate for me to come and say something nasty right now, but bitch, as soon as you come back with another damn picture,
I'm gonna be back though.
Please. But rest in peace, Stan. But I'm coming back, Chadwick. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you guys have been together for 3 years. He's going hard in the paint at Zaxby's.
At Zaxby's?
Flipping them motherfucking.
Nigga, get my tenders right.
You know, he's trying to make it to manager and all that stuff, but you know, you got to start somewhere. So he's still on the drive-through. Huh?
So he Calvin.
Yes, absolutely, he's Calvin. So
young people ain't gonna get that, Drea.
He's been going hard. He's been going hard, and he says, "You know what? I want to start my rap career," and he quits Zaxby's and being the supportive woman you are. You said, "Listen, I'ma hold my baby down," and
this is definitely a scenario.
It doesn't pop off as he thought it would. SoundCloud gets to a good 22 followers, and you know, things are going. So he decides to hop his ass on Tinder, and because also you have been out here being a bad bitch.
Girl, let me tell you. Go ahead and finish this goddamn because I'm already mad. You should have seen the way my eyebrows furrowed up at the word Tinder. This motherfucking crispy chicken ass nigga got the nerve to sign up for a date nap, and all he do is flip. Girl, go ahead, you know what? Go ahead, Joya.
You out here being a bad bitch, and he decides, I feel neglected. You know, I signed up for us to be, you know, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for you to always be going traveling and working and everything. And, you know, I just made a friend. Now, he's not claiming he cheated or whatever, but it is what it is. So he says he would like a divorce. And
I married Zaxby's nigga?
Oh, you absolutely did.
Bitch, I thought we was boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh no, boo boo.
Okay.
That dick was amazing.
I believe it, girl, because Chadwick's print is ridiculous, bitch.
But ain't that how all those scenarios are?
Listen, I would...
The dirt trap dude, but this dick is like, oh my God.
Listen, I would re-circumcise that nigga. Do you hear me? I would re-circumcise, give him a whole new meat.
Chadwick he's not circumcised?
I know, I'm saying I would re-circumcise him. Like, I don't know if he is or not, but bitch, the mouth that I'm willing to give that nigga, I would absolutely meat.
So he says, listen, I want a divorce and I'm going to be asking for spousal support because I need to keep living. I still need to live with me supporting you while I'm at Zaxby's. You know, I lost out on a whole lot of time getting to where I needed to get within the establishment that I'm working at because I was trying to help you get to the level that you're currently at. What you doing?
Okay, first of all, humble yourself, crispy McChicken maker. Because I feel like this, if you had enough of a coin to pay for a month subscription of Tinder with the intention of cheating, you better go with whatever bitch that swipe right on you. That's the one that you need to be worried about, because listen, I didn't ask you to fucking do the shit that you did. I didn't ask you to take less hours.
As a husband, no, I gotta support you.
Nigga.
You know how you supported me too, but I supported you first, and you just so happened to pop off before I did.
Nigga, go finish getting your hair braided. Cause listen. Cause what you're not gonna do is get a check from me, son. First of all, I think that. And I know that a lot of men are probably going to chime in and say some, you know, oh, Gia, that's so hypocritical. But listen, I think, why do we make the guys' voices? Because when they do bitch shit, they got to get the bitch voice, okay? But this, to me, I think that when you are a grown, able-bodied ass man and you go to a woman and you ask her, like you literally have the unmitigated golly balls to ask a woman to take care of you. I'm sorry, that's some bitch shit. That I don't like that.
Make your dick go soft.
Listen, I'm like, why did I ever even fuck you in the first place, nigga? Because
you know why.
Well, yeah, true. Chadwick, if you're listening, this is just a scenario. Like you can lose it all, and I'd still be here for you. You can still
rearrange her inside. She's open.
Listen, it's so open. But no, I feel like it would depend on what we discussed. And this is me being honest too. Like, I feel like it would be dependent on what we discussed. Now, if I in some way implied that, hey, listen, I know that you're trying to, get your Calvin on. Young people ain't gonna get that. But you're trying to get your Calvin on and you're trying to move up in the Zaxby's world. So you want to go from crisping them chickens to telling people how to crispen the chicken. So I get that, but I need help in building this platform that I'm trying to build, or I need help in doing this, and then it blow upshuates. And, at that point, I can almost get him saying, like, I was trying to do my own thing. You asked me but even still, you a nigga. Like, why you asking a chick for money? Like, what? Like, I can't get with that, Dre. Like, I have this, even though I am like, I consider myself to be fiercely independent. I don't need a man to take care of a motherfucking thing. Like, I got it. I'm straight over here. I still have mentally, I have very, very, very traditional roles, and dare I say gender roles. Like, I know that people are gonna be in my DMs. Oh, I didn't know you was like, yes bitch, I am. God damn it, you're not gonna make me feel ashamed, because I don't mind, having a traditional relationship where, you can be like, I'm gonna earn bread, because regardless of who I marry, there will never be a point where I don't do something, because that's how I've been since I was 13. But I don't mind traditional roles. So to me, knowing that I appreciate a breadwinning ass man far more than I even want to look at a man who literally wants to be taken care of by women, I can't see myself like, I can't see myself saying yes without a side eye. Like, because even Tony was like, yeah, men are the new bitches. And I kind of agree with that, because I feel like, you take what you got and take what you earned, and then you go away. Like, what the fuck do you still need to be supported for? No, if we're not married anymore, if we're not together anymore, you don't deserve to live any more of this lifestyle, because everything that I'm building moving forward ain't got shit to do with you. So why do I need to keep paying? Like, what about you?
So now that go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, what about you? Because I'm irritated. I'm about to text like every nigga in my phone and just say randomly, you ain't shit. Okay, and they're gonna be like, what I do? I'm like, what I do? Nothing. You just ain't shit, bitch.
I was gonna say, I think surprisingly, as forward and as independent, that has nothing to do with our independence. Has nothing to do with that. Scratch that. I'm sorry, y'all. As forward thinking as society is, I think we still keep and hold a lot of traditional values as it comes to marriage and relationships, because if we see something about a woman proposing to a man, or even with this, a man asking for spousal support, we instantly jump into those, gender roles and like what a man is supposed to do versus what a woman is supposed to do. And generally we always buck our eyes like that, like, what? A woman asks a man? Like, it just, I tend to think of myself as kind of forward thinking, but bitch, I wish I would get on my knee and ask a full big ass burly grown ass man.
And you like them burly niggas, me. But go ahead.
Yes, I do. How you doing, big zaddies and uncles? But I feel like, what the fuck do I look like getting on my knee? And not to down anybody that's ever done. Matter of fact, if you are a woman that has ever proposed to a man, write in. Tell me why. I would like to know the thought process behind that, because I find it very I just want to know the thought process, girl. Let me know why you did it.
Right. Like, make it make sense for us. Because I don't get it.
That's all I want. Make it make sense for us, because I really don't understand that thought process. Like, was it a matter of you thinking that he was going to leave, or he was never going to propose? And even so, if you thought that he was never going to propose, why stay? If marriage is really what you want, and you know that this man isn't going to propose to you, or he doesn't want to be married, why would you go that extra step and propose to this man that you feel would never ask you to be his wife?
Right.
And I never understood that. So help me make it makes sense
Right.
to I just need to know, girl.
I just kind of
Let me
feel
know.
like
But,
in that too, just to add like a little footnote, just a little scribble with a highlight. I feel like, just kind of adding on to what you said, I think that, when a woman does it, I don't look at it as, oh wow, she's just a woman's woman. She's taking initiative. I feel like she's pretty much kind of putting a spotlight on this man and kind of trying to push him into a direction that he might not even want to go with you. He might be perfectly content with you guys being exactly the way you are right now, and putting that light on him and saying, hey, nigga, I know your ring size. I feel like that's taking something away from him too, just a little bit. Like, I mean, I get initiative, girl, but go be initializing at your job or go be initializing at something else. don't initiate or propose. Like, I will never understand. I know people, big that up because, feminism the woman can do, no,
not that though. No, thank you.
No thanks. Okay,
I was
no, go ahead. No, you go.
Girl, I ain't got nothing of importance to say. Go on. Go on.
No, but it also reminds me of like just men, like, just talking about like, the spousal support situation, like how we, deal with men who have these expectations and everything. Just in general, like, once it's done, they have an expectation. But, I also kind of brings about like the expectations just in relationships, period. So I kind of want to ask you too, do you have like anything, like let's say that you meet a guy, he's everything that you want, like physically speaking, mentally, emotionally, he's all the way together. You meet him, you guys, court for a little while, and then eventually you get married. Once you enter into that, this is it, we together, in sickness, health, death do us part, do you have any expectations of that man, like any, let's say physical, because I know that mentally and emotionally, of course, we still want our guys to kind of, be supportive. We want them to communicate. We want them to be honest. So those are the normal things. But let's just say like there are certain physical things that you happen to be attracted to, like certain physical things that you're just like super duper into. And let's just say that once you guys get married, this nigga gets comfortable. Let go of the fact that you already enjoy burly niggas, okay? So let's say that he gets in the relationship and maybe, he goes from being somebody who's working out 4 and 5 times a week to being somebody who, is just like, I'll make it to the gym once a month when I can. Or, maybe he used to keep like the fresh, crisp cut, not with the little white shit, because I don't understand why niggas do that on their edges, but yeah. So let's say that he, used to kind of keep like a fresh cut, but now that y'all have been together for a while, he's gotten really, really comfortable. So that weekly appointment that
he letting George Jefferson come in?
No, he's not going bald. He's just not taking care of his hair. Yeah, he's just not taking care of it. But niggas, they be having like a appointment every week, every 2 weeks to get their shit cut. But your man, he used to get a shit cut every week, and now he's kind of slacked on that. And let's say too, he might have even been like a little, what's the word? I don't know if people are still using metrosexual, but maybe he liked to go and make sure his toes was, not done.
Yes, come on, young pedicure.
maybe he wasn't getting no French tips on them shits, but
I can't stand you.
He was at least getting the dead skin off, so he don't scratch you up in the bed. And he might get a little clear on the toenails, like he might get a little clear. But let's just say he just completely stopped all that. Like, he got some titties and, just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, he just completely started slacking. Like, how do you handle something like that? Because I feel like men have expectations a lot of times of women. And it might not necessarily be a spoken thing, but I feel like they do. They have these expectations of us. things that,
absolutely
they want us to do. Even Kelly fucked it up in that, what was it, Cater to You, talking about, I'm gonna remain the same chick you fell in love with. Niggas took that shit to heart. Niggas really was like,
yeah,
yes.
They did.
So how are you handling it? Let's say, since, we talking about expectations and stuff, let's say this is the scenario for you. How are you gonna handle it moving forward with the love of your life? He just got a little bit slack. Like, what's Drea doing?
So, as it pertains to weight, because I've had this situation. Don't think I haven't. I've never been married though, but I've been with my huskies. What's up, huskies? I've been with my husky fellas, and it's already a slippery slope. Them motherfuckers already one Big Mac away from obesity. So it's like I've seen it happen, and the one thing that I've done was say, hey, let's start working out together. Because in any relationship, I think everybody gets comfortable. We all start, kind of slacking up sometimes. I mean, depending on how hard we were going in the gym before we got together. If we were just gym rats, then those type of couples, they don't really fall off and get too comfortable, because that's just their routine. That's what they like to do. Working out is their shit.
Right.
But if it comes to regular Joe schmoes like myself and Husky, we not super duper cold in the gym like that. I'll go to the gym, but he's not in the gym like that. So if it gets to a point where he's gaining too much weight, where it's like, ill, I don't like to look at him naked anymore, then I'm going to suggest that, hey babe, let's go, come to the gym with me. I want us to get fine this summer. I want us to be on the beach, looking. I'll put it in a way that is not coming off as, yuck, your titties are bigger than mine now. Let's get that fucking weight up off of you.
Right.
I'm not going to make him feel bad about it, but I'm definitely going to bring it up, and I'll include myself in everything. I'm going to change the way that we're eating at the house. I'm going to change, I'm going to start going to the gym with him, and shit, it's not going to hurt me. I'll start getting, toned up and looking juicy.
Right.
With him, it's not going to be a bad thing for myself, but I'll definitely, so he doesn't feel like I'm attacking him, I'll include myself in my request for us to get fine, even though low key it's so he can chop them titties off and I won't have to lift his stomach up to see his dingling. But yeah, you know what that reminds me of? That guy, there's an email going around about a guy that, he was married for, I don't know how many years it was, but he was married for a while to this woman. And when they first got together, everything was all good. And slowly she started gaining weight. And it got to a point where he was physically not attracted to her any longer. So he did the suggestions that I said I was going to do and all that shit. Nothing worked. And I think you even posted about this on your Facebook page. And what was it? He said he was going to try to tell her to work out.
He said that they had been together for a couple years, and he said that he kept putting emphasis on the fact that he really loved her, but that he had made suggestions about different things and she just wasn't receptive to it. And he said that more towards the end, he was like, I'm doing everything that I can to help, but I don't know what else I should do, because he said he wasn't physically attracted to her. And as far as the comments, because I remember posting that and talking about it and everything, I saw and kind of understood both sides, but at the end, for me, I feel like you can't really help what you are and aren't attracted to. Like I like, for example, I love men with thick eyebrows. Like, thick eyebrows is just sexy to me. Like, I've always paid attention to eyebrows, hands, you know, things like that. And so, I mean, I'm not saying that, like, if I was with somebody and, you know, like, God forbid they got some type of illness where they lost their eyebrows, that I would just be like, yikes.
Come on, alopecia brow.
Like, I you know, I wouldn't do that, but I don't know. I just feel like you can't really help what you fuck with versus what you don't. Like, what makes your dick hard versus what doesn't make your dick hard. Like, I feel like you can't really help that. Like,
so in the event that does happen though, what, say you are with this man and you're suggesting everything, and he's
for
just
his eyebrows?
For everything, for his brows, you know, for his weight gain, for everything.
So and what? Hold on. Let's put a pin in this, as you would say. What would I be suggesting about some eyebrows? Because nigga, you either got them or you don't. Because you're not finna use my fucking
Jamaican the black castor oil.
Listen. He not finna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow wiz, bitch. I know that much. If I start winding that pencil and I see that color going away faster than normal, when I know I don't use it every damn day, we gonna have a problem. So
I'm saying if you suggested, you know, rub some castor oil on your brows, and you're giving him suggestions, and he's just like, you know, I kind of feel like this is God doing his thing.
But no. I don't think this is a good suggestion, because the only way that a person would lose their eyebrows is if they had some kind of, like, it might be like an autoimmune thing, like alopecia, or it might be cancer related. So I don't think that's a fair one. No, people don't just lose
one of
their
my
eyebrows.
Exes started his eyebrows look like what's that guy's name, Sideshow Bill, or Fire Marshal Bill, excuse me, on In Living Color. His eyebrows started disintegrating as he started getting older. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I know it's not health related.
But but that, to me, that's different. Like, I wouldn't things happen to everybody as we get older, because I mean,
okay, so let's say the eyebrows are not the only thing.
Okay.
I'm tying this in with the same situation as old buddy. So you got a fat boy, he's getting fatter.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute, bitch. I got a what? That's where you're wrong. Cause listen, no sis, no. I don't got that.
Okay, your thin mint is gaining weight. So he's gaining weight.
Okay, but we gotta be more okay, listen, I know I keep getting off topic, but we gotta be specific. I don't want all the frail niggas hitting my DMs like, hey, I ain't ate in 2 weeks, what's up? I don't want that. I don't want that, bitch. I don't want that. So let's just specify. Now listen, I do love me a thin nigga, because thin niggas usually have the best meat. They usually have the thickest pieces of meat.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I know what I said, but I like some thin too.
Listen,
how you doing, thin zaddies and uncles?
That thin meat, man. I mean, not thin meat. That thin man. They be having it all together. Where God malnourished them in the body, He blessed them in the loins,
it goes
bitch.
Right.
Oh, that.
Hello.
Listen.
Won't He do
Say it again. Where God malnourished them in the body, He blessed them in the loins. Baby,
come on, somebody.
I love it. So just to clarify, you can be a little thin mint, but you gotta have something thick about you. You know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as body type,
virtual wink.
I typically like me a semi basketball player. But when I say that, I don't necessarily mean in height. I just want to specify. So go ahead and continue. Give me the scenario, sis, because I don't want to rally the wrong troops to the storm. Because listen, I can see me telling them, no, bitch, you thought. Bye.
So scenario is the same. You have your ideal man that you're with and you're married to. He starts gaining weight. All shit starts going south. And he's looking at it like, you know, this just love. This is grown man weight, you know.
Why you gotta give him the dumb nigga voice?
he just says, because you suggested at first, and you give him all kinds of methods to lose weight, to just change what's going on, just so he can get back to that snack that you married first. And he's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm good as is.
You are.
What you doing?
That would be my response. You are. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would be my response. You are.
So what you gonna do about it? You don't like me no more? You ain't gonna give me none
Drea,
of that
listen, I don't know what made you wake up and say to yourself that you gonna play the voice of Gia's nigga on this podcast, but bitch, I need you to get it the fuck together. You have been playing the nigga that balls my car for far too long, and I'm sick of your shit, sis. I am fucking
I can't
sick.
deal with you.
Okay, so okay. I think I would be like you.
What does one do when their spouse doesn't want to fucking change?
I mean, I don't see. To me, that's a selfish spouse, though. Like because my thing is if I'm coming to you and if I'm telling you, now before we, jump this here broom, you were doing this physically, you took care of yourself in this way physically, and now all of a sudden that you got me on some till death do us part, you really think I won't kill your ass right now to get out of this marriage? Because what, sir? Like, what do you mean you okay? Because this wasn't okay before we got married. So I mean, like you, I would try to have the discussion, but if he repeatedly, tells me, well, I'm good the way I feel, like I'm good the way I am, I don't know. I don't know who couch he gonna be sleeping on. It won't be the one in the living room. But I just think that's low key disrespectful, because that's almost like, I know that there's a lot of women, who, I've seen this discussion on Facebook a lot too, asking, would you ask your man, ladies, would you ask your man, say you wanted to get like a drastic haircut or a drastic hair change, would you go to your boyfriend or your husband and ask them, was it okay? And a lot of women were like, I ain't asking my husband a motherfucking thing. This my damn hair. And I mean, I get it. I get that, but I just think that, if you making physical things that's different from what your spouse is attracted to and used to, and you just kind of go into it with, I don't give a fuck what you think I'm gonna do it. I don't think that's okay. So I kind of feel the same way with dudes. Like,
listen. I'm finding out so much about you through this young podcast. You are very traditional.
Listen.
Like, you are very much leave it to be.
Okay, now hold on, bitch. listen. I do. I honestly really do have a lot of very traditional beliefs. Like, again, I'm not saying, ladies, you have to go to your spouse and say, hey, I feel like, getting a TWA, and I want to dye it like, fiery orange. Is that okay? Like, can I? Like, I'm not saying that, but you mean to tell me that your man, every time you get that Dominican blowout and your shit is just blowing in the damn wind, and he compliments you and tells you how much he loves that, and he is just like, babe, your hair, like, god damn, you looking good. I love when you wear your hair like that. You mean to tell me that in your mind, I get it's your body, feminist, I get it, but you mean to tell me that somewhere in your mind you thought to yourself, I don't give a fuck if he do like my doobie, my Dominican blowout, whatever. I want this TWA in fiery orange, and I'm gonna get it, and I'm just gonna come home, and this is what my hair is gonna be, and he just gonna have to deal with it. And if he don't deal with it, he don't love me at all. Like, that's a lot. Like, why would you do that? Because that's almost like, say for example, like for me, even though this would never ever be a thing for me, but let's just say that I marry a nigga with braids. Psych. But let's just say that I do it. I marry a nigga with braids, and you come home, like I come home from work, and that's another site, because what corporate job I got. But you know, you come home one day and you done cut your shit bald. You didn't tell me a goddamn thing about it. You didn't ask me, like, not necessarily ask me, but you didn't even just casually mention it over our fucking steak and asparagus. Like, you didn't say shit. You just come home and with a fucking Mr. Clean, when you had some shit about you in your scalp, you didn't. That's disrespectful. To me, that's disrespectful. Like, why would you do that? And I don't know. So when it comes to the body, like when you're married and stuff like that, I feel like once you get, and I can't wait for these emails and these DMs, because I know they coming, because they gonna be like, Gia, I used to think so highly of you, girl, but I listened to this last podcast, and girl, you are the problem. You are a pick-me. But no, I'm not. I promise you guys, baby, I am far from a pick-me.
That term right there, oh honey, yes.
I can't stand. But listen, I'm far from a fucking pick-me. I couldn't care less if a nigga likes what it is that I have to say or how it is that I use my voice. But I just think in a relationship, period, pick me or not, it's respect. And if you come to me as my man and I'm telling you that I prefer a certain body type and it's certain things that I'm not attracted to, and you know, and I'm saying to you, hey babe, I'm not even putting all of that on just your shoulders. I'm saying to you, babe, you got a permanent workout partner. You don't want to go to the gym? Boom. We can order some shit off Amazon. We can, you know, have some shit in the backyard. You know, we can sit in the house and do a fucking workout together, like inside. If you don't want to go to the gym, like, let's make this a us thing. So we both, like you said, we can be fine, you know, for the summer or whatever. And if you look me square in my goddamn face and say upon me, you say to me, upon me, around me, in my general vicinity, nah, I think I'm good the way I am. Like, you just got the deal. Nigga, what? Like,
no, I agree.
How do you even fix your lips to say, like, your spouse is telling you, I don't like the look of that. And you like, okay, well, I like the look of it, bitch. Like, what?
And that's, yeah, I seriously, I think I'm with you with that, because even thinking of like my relationships that I was in, I think with all relationships, marriage or not, I think we're trying to, you know, look appealing for our mate. We'd be lying if we say that we're not. Like, why wouldn't you want to be appealing to your mate? Why wouldn't you want to stay looking good?
Right.
So it's like they do have a say in the things that you do, wear or do to your appearance, whether we, you know, want to admit it or not, because we're trying to catch their eye. We're trying to impress them. We're trying to make them or keep them interested in us because we're their significant other.
Right.
I remember I was wearing this wig, and
come on, wig.
It was it was the cutest thing. My ex, he didn't know how to say it, but he says, you know, that's not my favorite wig. So I said, what happened? He was like, I could see the net, the lace. I said, that's all wigs. He said, no, but this one I could really see it. I was like, oh God, you'll never see this wig again. And that, even though I may like it, the fact that he didn't like it, it's like, okay, I'm doing this for you. I'm trying to look nice and presentable for you. I'm trying to look cute for you. So I'm not going to wear this again because clearly it's distracting. Right. And clearly you don't like to see the net of my wig. So it's like, I feel women that go against the grain and men that go against the grain because it's my body. I'm good as is. Fuck off.
Right.
Like, who you with? You with yourself? You stay single then.
Right.
If you don't want to impress me, you don't want to keep turning my head, baby, stay single.
Listen, and I feel like that's what a relationship is. Like, I feel like a relationship, I'm not going to say that's what it is, but I just kind of feel that, like you said, when you get involved with a person, there shouldn't be an I'm comfortable point. Like I feel like, if you reeled me in with some gray sweatpants, don't try to be conservative once we become a couple. Like, nigga, where them grays at? Like, if you reeled me in, smelling a certain way all the time, keeping up with your, haircut, constantly, like, just doing a lot of shit just to physically get me there. Now, emotionally, like, if I'm agreeing to be in a relationship with you, or if I'm agreeing to marry you even, then, you clearly, you've caught me. But I feel like the physical shit is important too. And I think that, because we're, such a play nice and, we can't be blank phobic, type of society these days, I just think that, like, when you express disappointment, especially when it comes to certain physicalities, I guess you can say, then you're a bad person. You're not bad, what's the word I'm looking for, like, you're oh god, what is the word, bitch? It's something like materialistic, but it's not materials. It's
not narcissistic. You're God damn it. Why would you involve me in this?
We are aunties for real. Either way, like, you're stuck on physical more than you should be. Like, I just think that, you like what you like. Yeah, vanity, but that's not the word. Like, I just
no, it isn't.
Yeah, I just feel like, god damn. So when you get with somebody, suddenly all that shit is supposed to just go out the window. Like, you're not supposed to think about being physically attracted to the person that you're with anymore just because you're with them. And like I said, and like you said, as you get older, things happen, and you can't expect you marry somebody and you 35. I mean, both of y'all 35, but then you get 65, nigga, so you ain't gonna do no more squats. Like, that's just that shit is just out the window. But I think that when we young and we still got the ability to go through life and knock some shit out, like, nigga, do this crunch. The fuck? You was doing crunches before you married me, nigga. Like, what's the problem?
Baby. Oh, honey. I feel like it's one of those things where it sounds good to say, and it sounds, like, it's my body, I do what I want.
Right.
But realistically, it doesn't translate in relationships at all. And I don't care who says it, who keeps claiming that it does. Use a motherfucker. You show me somebody that goes against the grain that cold, I'll show you their spouse that's cheating.
Oh, listen, fucking around like shit. And you know what? Let me go back to Chadwick opening up that goddamn Tinder account, bitch. I don't understand why it is that, because what did I do to make him feel neglected to the point where he wanted to just go and find a friend on a dating app? Bitch, I wish the fuck Chadwick might. I wish he might do some disrespect.
But isn't that a lot of times what happens? They act like all of a sudden they're so neglected. They want to see if they still got it. They want to see, what's out there. And they have this plethora. I think what happens is these men, they're not, let me not keep putting it on men, because there's a lot of women that do this too.
True.
Both women and men, they are so inundated with images of women and men, and something goes wrong at home. Guess what? Let me scroll through this app. I know somebody that's going to tell me what I need to hear at this moment. She's looking how I like. She's going to tell me that I'm cute, that I make her feel good, I'm funny, I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that. And fuck you, wife. You don't do that anymore. She giving me what I want. If she don't do it, guess what? The next scroll down, I can find 7 more that will.
Well, listen, baby.
People aren't being forced to work out their issues because we have 17 other options all at our fingertips now. And it makes it so that we're living in a kind of unrealistic society when it comes to dating and keeping relationships healthy.
Well, listen, girl, I'm gonna be like, look, nigga, you already only working part-time at Zaxby's as it is. So you can go build a pallet on that bitch's floor and get the fuck up out my face because you ain't take what bed you taking. Because you know
why he gotta be why he gotta be on a pallet.
Listen,
I can't.
That's exactly where that nigga is gonna go because no, baby, I'm upset that he would do me like that. Like he working part time, so
he wants that alimony. Is it alimony when they get it?
It's bitchimony when niggas ask for
Okay, all right. Thank you, ma'am. I think we're about done here, ladies and gentlemen.
Bitchimony.
We gonna end it on bitchimony. That should be the name of the podcast. Bitchimony. You know what?
Hey, listen, I gotta come with the one-liner.
You all right?
You know what? You all right too, damn it. You guys, we'll see you next week.
Wait. So, you don't have any closing words?
Girl, listen, let me tell you something. You're not gonna get me with this bullshit every fucking week. Girl, this ain't Jerry Springer. We the drunk aunties in the corner. We the drunk aunties in the corner. The fuck?
Cue the dancing midgets, because we just as ratchet.
See, you said midgets. That's problematic.
Ooh, Hattie. Ooh, listen. Now, your auntie is a little problematic. We've already covered this. Little people, don't come for me. You know I love you.
But listen, I don't have any closing thoughts. Leave with what you came with. That's what I will say. Leave with what the fuck you came with, okay?
Well, hello. Okay. And how you doing?
No bitchimony over here.
If you guys want to connect with us, make sure you follow us on all social media at FIMH Pod. And also, we want to interact with you guys and answer questions and get some some advice going on. What's popping? What's up? Y'all don't want no advice from your aunties.
Right. Now don't send
your
us don't
problematic
DM
aunties.
us no GoFundMe links. Don't send that shit to our email because listen, we are them aunties that will ask you what the hell is this? What are you doing? But we do really want to help you guys out. You guys are always DMing us individually and asking us for tips on things, asking us for advice about your man, about a situation you got going on or whatever. So make sure that you send those emails to fimhpod@gmail.com and we will get it live on the air. Well, not live because these are recorded, so never mind. I forgot this is not ready. Okay.
This bitch, look at your auntie. She's still living on the radio DJs days. Shit. So you guys, I know this is the beginning to your weekend, so listen, I'm gonna need you guys to wrap it up, wrap your little dinglings up if you're gonna be out there being fast. Ladies, what ladies got now? We got so many. Use the condoms that.
But what if they're allergic to condoms? Here you go, trying to dip all in somebody else's prophylactic bowl.
Use the sponge, use the curve. What's the cup? What's the deep? What's the cup? What's it called?
Not deeper cup. That's for a period, sis. Now we can tell you ain't getting no dick. You ain't getting no dick, bitch. I ain't had dick in 5 years and I still knew what the fuck a diva cup was.
What's the one that they insert the diaphragm?
That is a finger.
The female condom.
That is a finger.
Oh,
I don't.
Okay, well, you know what? Everybody be safe this weekend. Don't do nothing we wouldn't do, or if you do it well, bitch. So we will talk to you guys next week.
Have a good one, you guys.